Hey everyone. I know that I haven't uploaded anything in a while, but I do have a few plans to upload certain projects at some point into the future. I just wanted to address Death Corridor. I'll be a bit more open on the private history of the level in this video. So, for a bit of context, a while ago, back when Noctifly stole Death Corridor from me, despite the fact that I was the official verifier and that even Chaotic called him out for what he did, most people ended up siding with Noctifly in the situation, and I was the one that received the backlash instead. It was a pretty low time for me, especially after over a year of effort at the time, which was undermined by a cheater who was praised for stealing the level, while I got made fun of and criticized for it. I have pretty thick skin, so the stuff people said didn't really bother me. What really affected me though was how a level that I invested so much time in was just kind of taken away from me, as pathetic as that might sound. But it was really the only thing in GD that I had any form of attachment to. So when it came to Death Corridor, I was pretty vulnerable about it back then. In response, I created a group called Joder Squad to expose him. At the time, he was seen as legit, but I had a good feeling that he wasn't. It started off as a group chat on Discord between me, Sunix, and Tosh Deluxe, where we discussed some suspicious things in Noctifly's Death Corridor video, and Tosh ended up uploading an exposal related to the evidence that we found, but it wasn't very effective since the evidence wasn't that strong. After that, though, we started inviting new members to the group, and eventually there were enough members that I made a server for it. We combed through each of his videos to find more proof against him until it culminated into the video series which Riot, then several other YouTubers, ended up uploading. Then, on November 21st of 2017, Noctifly confessed. So, how exactly does this relate to me being inactive? Well, despite finally exposing him, ever since the Noctifly situation, my motivation to play both Death Corridor and GD in general tanked. It only got worse once other people started beating their own versions of Death Corridor. It was because at that point, people were getting sick of the level, and nobody wanted to see me verify the official version anymore. I also now associated the level with the stress of the Noctifly drama and previous dramas related to the level, which I won't get into. But by far, the main thing that depleted my will to play the level is that it lost the reason that made me play the level in the first place. I'll elaborate on what that is if I ever do complete the level, because it's its own story. Joder's squad itself died after some infighting and me being stupid enough to transfer ownership to Tosh Deluxe, who later banned me from my own group after some unrelated drama between us. On top of all of that, I've been way too busy with real life stuff and I suck at managing my time. But I don't think I'll ever be satisfied until I do beat Death Corridor. I put so much effort into it these past 3 years, though the past year and a half, I'll admit, I've barely played it. At this point, though, it's become a kind of sunk cost fallacy. To give up on it after everything I put in is something I can't really bring myself to do. So I am going to try finishing it off before I fully quit GD. And worst case scenario, if I truly give up, I'll just let Skyjax verify it. Right now though, I don't really have the time, but I may get a chance to grind the level in the foreseeable future, that being the summer holidays. The thing is though, I've planned on grinding the level the past 2 holidays, but I couldn't do it because of some really garbage luck. Right before the first summer, my laptop broke, so I ordered a new one. But the one I ordered wasn't working either, so I returned it and ordered another laptop. But then that one was also broken. And by the time I returned the second laptop and ordered the third one, it finally worked, and it's the one I'm using now, but that was a week after the summer had finished. And last summer, I did start streaming the level a bit, but not long after my internal fan broke, and my computer would overheat and shut down whenever I ran any game, including GD. I was also out of the country, so I couldn't even get it fixed until I got back home. So that's already 2 summers that I planned to beat the level gone. I hope you guys can be a little patient with me. My best progresses on the level were the 56 to 100 run that I uploaded and a 52% run I got while I wasn't recording, but I do have a 40% run uploaded. The issue is though that I got those runs ages ago. I haven't properly practiced the level in a year and a half now. I could probably regain my skill at the level fairly quickly, but it's just a pain to force myself to practice it again until I do. I just wish I had the dedication I had when I first started the level, but after recent incidents, one of which being the Noctifly stuff I talked about earlier, the level just sort of lost a lot of value for me. That's really all I wanted to say though. Thank you to all of you that stuck by me after such a long period of inactivity. I'm just hoping that I can start uploading again on my currently dead channel. And with that being said, have a great day. See ya.